we're so glad you're here today. We're going to show you how to build 2 dinosaurs. So if you have our kit from our Etsy page, you'll have all the pieces you need. If not, and you're just doing this from home, don't worry, follow along. We hope you enjoy. Bye! Let's get our packet opened up. So one of these sides has this sticky pull tab. Open that up and let's get these dumped out. I would go a little slow so they don't end up all over the floor. All right, now we need to sort these out. We have a 2x6 plate. It's got 1, 2 wide and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long. So you should have 2 of these. 1, 2. And we also have a 2x4 brick. 1, 2, 3, 4 long and 2 wide. We've got 1, 2, 3 of those. We have a 2x4 plate. So the plates are these skinny guys. The bricks are thicker. 2x4 plate, we have 1 of those. We have a 2x3 brick, 1 of those. This is a 2x2 brick. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 of those. We've got a 2x2 slant. It's got this smooth slanted edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we have a longer slanted piece. So it's only 1 wide, but it is longer. And we have 1, 2 of those. Next is a 1x2 brick. 1, 2, and 3 of those. We also have 1x1 slants. Should have 4 white ones. We're gonna have 4 white teeth. We are going to have 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spikes. We have 2 eyes and 2 eye blocks. These are your eye blocks. There is a bottom, a top, and a side piece where the eye attaches. Now that we have all of our pieces, let's get started. Start with a 2x6 plate. We're going to take a 2x4 brick and add that to one end. Then we will take a 2x2 brick and cover that space. We're going to add some feet to this. So your 1x2 bricks, you may have different colors. We're gonna take 2 that are the same color. These are gonna be the heels. You're gonna take this 1x2 brick and go on the long side and attach it to one end. So we're not gonna go like this. We're gonna go on the long side. So you'll have a space open here, just like that. Take your other one and let's get that added to the other end. Now, on our heels, we need some feet. So I've got different colors. Pick whichever ones you want. I'm gonna pick 2 that are the same. And we're gonna slide this flat side up against the 1x2 to create a foot. Put the other one on the other side. So now we have 2 little dinosaur feet and a base to work off of. So let's set that down. Grab your other 2x6 plate. And what we're gonna do is create some arms that we'll add on top of our base. So it's not gonna look like arms at first, but stay with me and it will. So take another one of your 2x4 bricks and same as last time, let's add that to one side of our plate. And then we are going to take one of our slants and with the flat side in, we will attach just like so. All right, let's put these 2 pieces together. We're gonna come in the middle 4 square, the middle 4 notches of our base, and we're gonna attach that to the middle of our arms. We want these slants both facing in the same direction. So to find the middle, what I do is I count these circles on the bottom. We're gonna have 1 circle, 2 circles. So we're gonna attach it right in the middle of that second circle. Sometimes you gotta wiggle a little just to get it right. So when you look at this upside down, you'll see 1 circle and a half, 1 circle and a half. So you'll know that that's in the middle. So we've got both of our slants facing the same way and this on top in the middle. Next, we will take another 2x2 block and we're going to add these to each side. What we're doing is building up those hips or the legs and the body of our T-Rex. Take another one of your slants, your 2x2 slants, and we're going to add these to each side. You want the slant facing out, like so. One there, and one to the other side. All right, let's take our 2x3 bricks. We still have one bigger one left. This is 1, 2, 3 long. And we are going to attach this on top of the arms, and we're gonna put it right in the middle. So you're gonna be able to see 1 notch on this side and 1 set of notches on this side. So it will line up right with your slants there. Leave some on this side and 1 on this side. Okay, and then let's add a tail. So we're gonna take our 1x3 slants and we're gonna put these side by side on this back side. Oop, see, lost a heel. We're gonna put the tail on this opposite side. This is the front where the arms are. We're gonna add these tail pieces to the back. Put them right next to each other. So now we have created a tail. So let's go ahead and set that down. Let's grab our last 2x4 brick. We're gonna add some teeth. So just start on either end and we're gonna add these little teeth. And what I like to do, these are a little tricky. So I'm gonna add it so that the slant, the shorter side, is facing out the end that will be the front. Just gonna place them right, whoa. Place them right next to each other. And then we'll do a second row. So they're all gonna be facing the same direction. So now we have 4 teeth. We'll take our last 2x2 block and pop that right on the back. Okay, let's set that down as well. Let's take our plate, our 2x4 plate, and we're going to add our 2x2 slant. So pick either edge, and we're gonna add this so that the slant is facing out. So not like this, we want it like this. This is the nose. Take one of your eyepieces, and I would recommend putting the eyes on now before we attach these. So again, the square is on the bottom, circle on the top, and then you'll have another circle on one of the sides. And that will match up with your eyepiece. So one eye there. And one eye here. So let's take that eye and add it behind the nose. So you don't want it facing out, you don't want it facing in, or excuse me, to the back or in. You want these eyes facing each side. So out. Put the other one on the other side. So now we have 2 eyes. So let's go ahead and attach this to the bottom of our head, our mouth. And what you're gonna do is this open space here is gonna go right at the back of that 2x2 block so that the nose is over the teeth. Okay, don't worry about this here. We'll add some spikes. So now we have a head. Let's get this attached. So take your body and your head. And what we're gonna do is we want the head facing the same way as the hands. And now there is enough space to add this whole thing on right there. But then he would have basically no neck. Makes him a little unproportionate. So we're gonna come 2 in. He's gonna hang off the edge like so. So his teeth will be directly over his hands. And we're gonna leave 2 spaces here in the back next to his tail. So we should have one 1x2 brick left, and we're gonna add that at the back of that, above that tail. Now we get to decorate. So we've successfully made the T-Rex. Let's get him some scary spikes. You can put these spikes any direction you want. You can have them inward, meet in the middle, so it's like a 1 spike. I'm gonna have the tall side facing out, the skinny side or that short side where they meet in the middle, so that my spikes, it looks like he's got 2 spikes. So let's add these. Give this a good hold on the whole body while you add these. It's really hard to get these added when it's down. You can, but if you push too hard, you might break off a tail or some feet. So I like to hold it and keep your fingers that you're holding it at closest to where you're putting the spike on. These little ones get a little bit tricky. So, see, if anything does come off, go ahead and put it back on. Okay. For the last ones, we can set them down and get those very last spikes on. And voila, we have created a T-Rex. So stay tuned and we're gonna make another dinosaur.
Did you know that the T-Rex was over 40 feet long? That's as long as a school bus. And some dinosaurs, like the Microraptor, were less than 12 inches tall. That's smaller than a newborn baby. Some dinosaurs, like the Brontosaurus and Triceratops, were herbivores, which means they only ate plants, like goats, rabbits, and turtles. Other dinosaurs, like the Tyrannosaurus rex and the Velociraptor, were carnivores. They had sharp teeth, long claws, and only ate meat. Dinosaurs lived on all 7 continents, including right here in North America. Dinosaurs went extinct around 66 million years ago, but paleontologists, or scientists that study fossils, are still finding and identifying new species. It's joke time.
What do you call a sleeping dinosaur? A Snorosaurus.
Now that you are a dinosaur expert, we are ready to move on. Once you have your T-Rex taken apart, and all the building block pieces ready, let's get started. If you need any help taking the pieces apart, ask an adult for help. If you need more time getting your pieces separated and ready to build our next dinosaur, just tap the pause button and hit play when you're ready.
All right, now that we have all those sorted out, let's move on and make our second dinosaur. So again, let's start with a 2x6 plate. Pick one of your 2x4 bricks. Go ahead and add that to one side. We're gonna take another 2x4 brick and add this as well. Don't worry, it's gonna hang over and we're gonna use another plate to make his body even longer. So let's do that now. Grab your other 2x6 plate and add it right next to your other plate at the bottom. Still got some extra space there, so let's take a 2 by 2. 1 2 wide, 2 long, square, and add that next to our other brick. This is the end, so let's add his tail. We're gonna use the same tail that we did for the T-Rex. So it's gonna be this 1 by 3. We'll add one to one side and the other right next to it. It'll hang off by one space, which is just fine. So next, let's build the body up a little bit. Let's grab our last 2 by 4 brick, go right on top of that other one at the front. We're gonna grab our 2 by 3 brick, 1 2 3, put that next to it. So now we've got sort of this long body. And then we're gonna start building up a head. So let's take a 2 by 4 block, and we're not gonna put it right here. What we're gonna do is count 2 spaces in, 1 2, and put this over that 3rd and 4th space. And then we'll use our plate. This is our 2 by 4 plate, and put that right there. So it looks a little funky right now. It'll start to come together here in a minute. So the plate's gonna be hanging off by 2 notches, and the rest kind of goes downhill. So on this plate, take another 2 by 2 block and put that on the interior next to this other block as another step up. We've got another one here, 2 by 2. Go ahead and cover up that remaining space. Here's where it gets a little tricky. Let's take a 2 by 2 slant, and we're gonna create the back of the head. So we're gonna have this slant facing towards the tail, and you're gonna come right on top like so. So it's got 2 open notches and then a slant heading towards the back. Okay. Come in with your eyes. So let's put one eye on this side. Again, you want it facing out. Other eye on the other side. Sometimes it's helpful if you put your thumb under where you're trying to push down. You don't want to push so hard that you're going to break it, but some of these can be a little tricky to get on. So now we have eyes. We need some kind of a nose. So let's take another 2 by 2 slant. And we're going to have this flat side match up to the eyes. So the slant will come forward this time. And snap that on. We have an extra 1 by 2, not an extra, but I would take one. If it doesn't match the other colors, let's go with that one, but that's where it gets fun. You can pick whatever colors you want. We're gonna come into the bottom of this nose piece and push that up in there. So now we've created some sort of a head. So we have a body, we have a tail, we have a head, we have no feet. So we'll set him down. We're gonna take our remaining 2 by 2 slants, and we have 2 of these 1 by 2 bricks. So take 2 of your slants, put them side by side, and then grab that brick and connect those 2, like so. Do the same here, side by side. Let's connect those 2. So the slant is the forward facing part of the foot, the toes, if you will. So turn these around. One of them I put right up here on the front. And the other one I like to put right at the first part of this second plate. So you can see where that second plate starts. I like to add my second set of feet right there, again with the toes pointing the same direction. So now we have some kind of a dinosaur, but what's a dinosaur without some spikes? So we don't have teeth on this guy, so use any of the colors that you'd like. And let's add some spikes. Again, you can have these spikes facing out. You could have them facing in like that. Either way. Add some more to the back. We won't have enough to cover the whole body, so I like to just spread them out a little bit. Do two there. Let's do two there. Two. I think a lot of dinosaurs, especially that ankylosaurus that this kind of looks like, have a lot of spikes on their tail so that they can whip it around if they need to defend themselves. There we have it. We have dinosaur number 2. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to make that T-Rex, go ahead and rewind the video all the way to the beginning. You can start over. If you need any help, don't hesitate to ask a parent or a friend. We hope you liked our video.
Bye. Don't forget to subscribe on our channel.
Check the link below. We're going to have more builds to come.
Yep. Bye.